from nobody. The biggest Zionist in America, writing articles, whispering in the government's ear, cutting us off from this country and that country, persona non grata, all of that stuff. Is it because of our help with brothers from South Africa? When they heard, when my grandson was killed, when they raided the Masjid with guns, when they do 50,000 other things, when they run off with money, when they do all of that, where's everybody's help? Everybody knows about it. I mean, no help even right there in Oakland, big Saba Center out in San Jose. You remember Saba Center? Think back when it was on the Island Rock, that little bitty place, 35 years ago. Who helped you raise funds? For the first transition, then the next transition, which was pretty great, when Musa and all of them was there. What about now? Y'all got stuff you can play football in. And our masjid in the Bay Area took in the people, the Shias from Sacramento, San Francisco, San Jose, Davis, and all the whole region, because she wasn't welcome nowhere else. Tell the truth. Over 10 years, right? When the poor brother we defend you all the time. When the brother have a problem, y'all don't even come around. Not even a doggone phone call. That's strange. This is the strangest stuff I've ever encountered. And then I go out maybe sometime on Thursday night to do a meal. There's everybody. And everybody's acting funny. And even poor Imam want to make a little announcement. Right? And then people that started off in our masjid, who's in the treasury board, they say, yeah, you can do this. Then they get a phone call later. Somebody told them, don't let the Musa do that. Something like that. That happens right now in modern times. Having nobody from San Jose and none other places even visiting. You know what insults are? Last year, at was that Detroit? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Detroit. Muslim Congress. I'm coming with a dynamite message. They cut me down to a few minutes. Guess who's on the podium with me? The little cold pink lady, Medea Benjamin, because she wrote some little book on Saudi Arabia. You know the little cold pink lady?
She's on a lot of programs.
Yeah, like she said, all of they folks, Brian Becker, you know what I mean? Expert. All of these people are so-called experts.
White people.
Yeah. But see, Press TV is doing the same thing. You ever notice the experts? They ease Imam Musa out. And then they bring in, those people don't know nothing about these subjects. They can tell you a little surface news. That's why they're evolving behind the curve. They're in control of their own lagging evolvement. Yes.
And experts have no solutions. And not one of them, they can tell you about the information,
Right.
but nobody can give you a solution or what needs to be done.
But the other thing these white folks can't do, and the Negroes, tell the truth. And you can't do it yourself, or you'd be doing it. You can't link all of this past, present, possible future together. Sunni, Shia, black, white, all these countries. You don't read about what I'm telling you, you don't read about it in none of your stuff, you don't hear about it. But everything that we tell you, it happens time after time after time. Okay, so that's why we're a little adamant. I'm going to try to speed up here. So, it's all right. We faced the whole triangle of terror. The USA, the United States government, that is the FBI, CIA, all of their people inside the United States, inside their territory. And we face Saudi Arabia. Who is Saudi Arabia? All the Masjid, all the Daesh, all the Salafis. We have to face them here in America by our lonely. The next, the Zionist. This has never happened in history. We're going to skip. I'm going to speed up. Resistance economy. Your resistance economy has produced independence. Good God Almighty. I got to speed up. This time is going too fast. Or I'm talking too long. So I'm going to try to finish at least soon. The nuclear deal, I talked about that. Okay, this war that you're having, you've won the war right now. What you should be into is good PR work. You have already defeated the United States. Even the treaty 5+1 was good because you followed on your part the world. Even Europe technically is kind of leaning your way. Everybody knows that, okay? So that's why you have to coordinate your program in Iran. The army or nobody has to come out and say, if you cross any of our line in the Persian Gulf, we're going to do this. No, nice talk. You don't have to prove nothing anymore. You don't have to prove anything anymore, right? Everything is going your way. Now you manage your picture of yourself, and that way you'll manage the picture of them. You describe the West to the people, not having the West describe you to them, right? That's what we mean by you take charge of yourself. Like right now, we're fighting the whole West, but this is the simplest technology you can get. But we're telling our story. And guess what? When anybody hears any research they're going to do, they're going to find we're telling the truth. We're telling the truth for all the right reasons. So, you don't have to argue back at the U.S. Oh, we're trying to follow the treaty, and we ask you people, why does America act that way? We have a treaty. Yeah. Don't say, we're going to fix you if you do this, we're going to do that. No. We're honorable people. You're not telling me, just act honorable. Let the U.S. be the damn fool. Now, here's the key thing. The reason you're not able to take care of, take advantage of super opportunities. I told y'all last year, I said you sending ulama, people from Ghana, from everywhere to come to become Shia islands. I said, that's good. I said, maybe they act a little funny, but it's all right. But here's the thing. I told y'all last year, I say with $5 or $10 million, you can get the African continent. It's in your hand right now. And you're sitting there with your finger in your behind. You won't move. What is that? Alama Zakzaki. Best story in the world. He didn't do nothing to nobody. They've been attacked, and they always respond with nonviolence. He was head of the Islamic movement. When he was a Sunni, he became a Shia, but not a fitna-starting Shia. With his unity programs, he unified Christians and Muslims of both persuasions. That's what made him a danger. For a man to have 7 sons and 6 of them are dead, right? And he was wounded and eye put out and everything. They burned down his house. Oh, houses, they burned down their foodies, their schools, everything. Right? And now remember, I haven't talked to Alama in, man, it may be 10 years. But I talked to the second in command not that long ago, maybe a year or so ago. Well, it was a winter. Yeah, maybe a year or so ago, just before this big fitna. He was telling me in detail what they were doing, what their goals are, and what have you. And every time I went there, when I landed, it was some sisters or brothers from Nigeria, a part of Sheikh's community, going to Qom. So brothers and sisters were studying in Qom. So he broke the barriers, you know, like keeping women in the back seat and on the bottom of the table and all that. No, as progressive as you want to be. So here's what I told everybody. I told several groups this. I said, for $10 million, you send all the people to Qom, you could have the African continent for 10 million bucks or less. I said, number one, send me over there. I'm the publicity man. You don't say nothing. But send a few jihad sazandegi, that's jihad reconstruction. And maybe a few from Muslim Congress in Pakistan, like, you know, maybe a couple of people from Central Asia with Chinese looking eyes. And $10 million to help rebuild 3 times as much as they burned down. $10 million. You spend more than that on one conference, way more, right? And what is it? It's light-skinned people coming to Black Africa not to steal anything, but to rebuild for Africans, and then they go back home. And you leave me do the publicity. You don't say, oh, I'm working for the cause of God. You light-skinned folks, Iranians, Pakistan, Indians, don't say nothing. Why? Because the view that the people have of Indians and any light-skinned people from outside is negative. And if they see you right now, today, go there and do that, and let me speak for all of these and so and so. Don't you worry, I got it covered. I know what to say. The whole continent will see that, and they'll say, Shias is different than Sunni. I tell you, I'm a Sunni, but I'm telling you how to knock the whole, it's simple, just like that. And you're too dumb to do it. Somebody's sitting there with their finger in their behind on purpose, because I done told too many people, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. And that's not racism, you don't want to do it because you don't really want the spread of Islam from the line of Zakzaki. If it was one of them other handkerchief-headed Shias, you'd do it in a minute. That's what's happening. That's why I'm not going to sit back and those days are over. I've just been watching and studying. I know what I'm talking about. You see what Dr. Kaleem Siddiqui said. He said, we've been looking at this stuff for years and didn't know what we was looking at. Just like y'all. Y'all looking at this crap. And you either don't know what you're looking at or you don't care. Okay. Right. A few measly bucks. Because light-skinned people, Lebanese come from Lebanon, they can develop attitude. Good Muslims, but they develop attitude about Africans. Everybody that come to Africa, lighter than the sun, they're acting funny. You can come in, do the work, and go. You leave me behind and tell the story. So simple as that. When I told him, you know what, I think Crescent hustled up a ticket and sent Muhammad Al-Asi over there. Muhammad Al-Asi don't know what the hell to do about none of this. If he did, hell, he had the damn IEC out there for 20 years with his name on the desk, and $400,000 a year and a big salary, and they ain't did SHIT. You people are stupid. Everything we did it with nothing. We did it with hustle. That's just the way it is. We're sorry. We'd like for it to be nicer for you. Okay. And the Shia community, Shias are ready, ready, ready. You don't know what to do. You don't understand the timing or nothing. 25 to 30 million people in Karbala, 2-3 years in a row, right? Every Arba'in is growing. 2 million people go to Hajj, fitna. 30 million people go to Karbala, no problem. Love, peace, everywhere, right? Hey, the Shia response to these bombings, which are almost daily, is totally nonviolence, right? So they're winning the hearts of people. Could you pull that thing down so the air will come on just for a minute? Okay. So, treat two allies, no one else. Okay. Now, us as a community, I've always considered us as the same community. Not, we're working over here in our area, you're working in your area. But it seems like someone has developed a us and them. It's us over here, it's them, I mean us over there. Now, that's your problem, it's not ours. So we believe we're in this together. We always, everything, all the traveling and hustling I did for 10 years, that means I neglected our community in Oakland and other places. And if we open a masjid and they close it down, it was the government, the Salafis, and their fingerprints is all over. Okay. But we believe it's all together. So in order for us to move ahead, you have to improve in akhlaq, in ethics. Your ethics are back in the old days. Your ethics are group orientated, not Islamically orientated. Because there's certain things that you do if you're a Muslim and certain things you don't do if you're a Muslim or Islamic. Okay. So the Shias are ready. Eastern provinces, non-violence, Bahrain, non-violence, continuous bombing. Someone has to prepare the Iranian people also for regional leadership. What does that mean? You got some people running around crying in Iran about we need it better, and they got it better than anybody else. Nobody's telling them how good they got. Nobody's coming in. That's why I said, invite me over, spend a month, go on TV and to tell them how good they got it. I'm not going to scold nobody like I'm doing on here. I'm just telling this because you guys have authority and you're effing up in a big way. Okay? You know when they had the Negro stuff here, 93 and all that, I used to let that go by. You remember we having a meeting and the unity meeting, we all coming together, and here come Super Salafis and the Chiefs crew, and since they can't get along, I didn't say nothing. MashaAllah. But I'm saying something now because it's the time. Okay, some of the tactics that we'll be using is the 4 rivers crossing tactic. So if you want to understand, study Chairman Mao Zedong, 1935, the river crossing, when they were outnumbered tons to one and what have you, and they came out successful. So now we want to go toward a close. And in order to close, we want to talk about what we want to do right here in America. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّن دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَاتُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَاتُ أَدْفَعُ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ فَإِذَا الَّذِينَ بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَهُمْ عَدَاوَةٌ كَأَنَّهُ وَلِيٌّ حَمِيمٌ. I might as well continue one more. وَمَا يُلَاقَهَا إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا وَمَا يُلَاقَهَا إِلَّا ذُو الْحَكِيمِ عَظِيمٌ. And who is better in speech than one who calls men toward Allah, acts rightly, and says, verily, I am a Muslim. And there equalize not the good and the bad, repel with that which is better. In other words, repel evil with good. Then lo, between whom and you is enmity has become as if he is a friend and most intimate, and none is granted it save those who bear calmly, and one who is granted it save the one having good luck. In other words, they're going to have good luck with this. So, we want to move toward a close here, and we want to deal with what this means of today. We've talked about this for decades. In fact, we have this outline. We believe that the problems of America, this is at least 10 years old. The religious community, we passed this out about over the other day, over the other month, that Islamic, right? They just come up with a name like they might have stolen from us. We don't care. What does this mean? Who is better in speech than one who calls men towards Allah, acts rightly, and says, verily I am a Muslim? So this word better, asanu, or وَمَمَّا أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّن دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ, invite people to Allah. America needs Islam big time. And I don't know which one of these to start with, but I'll do this one. I did a research on meth in America, crystal meth. And America is hurting so bad that don't nobody except the people in the town or the region. The police forces, the social forces, they know. But the core of America has been eaten out already. And America is hurting. That's places like Nebraska. You never heard of this stuff in Nebraska, Iowa, Council Bluff, Iowa. They're calling that this generation has been hit by meth, and they call crystal meth a weapon of mass destruction. We could push that up, down, and turn. I just want to get a little there. Okay. So our goal, Da'a ilallah, is to rescue America, all of America. Now we have expertise in this rescue mission because what is happening to, let's say, white America for the last 30 years, it happened to black America big time. We were attacked by drugs, and basically the movement was destroyed by drugs. And it basically destroyed black consciousness and everything else. So if you see the movies now, it's just physically black people acting like white people mostly. All right, okay. This war on white people is something that we survived. Now, when we were hit with it, and we continue to get hit with it, but the devastation on white people, see, since white people are not used to it, it's like, I don't know if y'all remember when they had the demonstrations and they was, at Davis, they was spraying the white kids with that orange stuff. Now the same day they had a demonstration and a white woman was being arrested by the police, and she was just, I mean, we get arrested and we do a little hollering and cussing and stuff. But boy, when white people hear it, it is a drama. I said, good God Almighty. So what I'm saying is, remember we started saying if white people catch a cold, we catch pneumonia, you know, and it's vice versa. The drugs and everything, they did destroy our family. They destroyed the infrastructure. But what's happening to white people, and you know, what has already happened to white people, it's not only Oxycontin and crystal meth, it's the white people are under attack by the government, and they don't know it. When did it start? All this stuff started technically in 1980s. Where? It started in mid-America, where they don't have no use for them. They don't have no use for white folks anymore. The farm, remember Willie Nelson and Farm Aid and all of those trying to help the poor farmer? They was losing their farms thousands a month and stuff like that. Okay, so it was a tragedy. What are you going to do with those people? You do the same thing with them that you do with Negroes in the big city, and they're in the way, so we might as well take them all the way down. Crystal meth for white folks. Later on, Oxycontin. They get juiced up on it. White folks say that heroin is cheaper than Oxycontin. You know, that they get from it. And the drug companies are dealing Oxycontin and other drugs, opiates, just like dope dealers, except it's legal. The top is legal. They can produce all the dope they want, right? Nobody counts it but them. So they can have regional distributors. I know because my family members are involved in it, and I just watched them what they was doing. On a low level, there he is, and he has a distributor pulled by in his bins, just like we used to do. He has a guy over him. So it's the big drug company. No customs, no smuggling, no nothing. Right? They can legally produce all the Oxycontin they got. They can sell some of it, billions of dollars of it legal. And then they told the people Oxycontin is good for you. You know, it's non-addictive because it's slow active. The people start off with a 10. One lady says, I can take 30, 80 milligrams, whatever they are, a day now. And what happened to us Same thing happened to have already happened to white folks. And it haven't peaked. It haven't peaked. I'm telling you, so you have a drug company up here, and the doctors going around selling it, giving the people all this here. They call them pain relief centers. Yeah. You know, all kind of people. If you fell off a horse and you got a slip, something or other, you go here, the pain doctor, he say, you're going to give you some Oxycontin, and it's good for you. They had pamphlets and literature. This is not like other opiates. They sued one of the companies, the feds did, got several $1 million. They lie. They tell the people it's not addictive. There's no opiate that's not addictive. Morphine is addictive. Oxycontin is addictive. Heroin is addictive. So now, what are you going to do with useless white people? In Iowa, they don't have a farm. Squeeze the rest, have them destroy the community. Destroy them. We don't need them anymore. Run them crazy. Send them to the penitentiary. And you ought to see how distraught the white police is with arresting only white people. It's sad. In Iowa, hey man, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, it's a human tragedy. So, and now the white man, you remember all the statistics. The white man from 30 to about 50 something is losing in what life expectancy. Everybody else is gaining. Even Negroes is gaining in life expectancy. Except those white men. Why? Why is he the target? They're knocking everybody. But for that opiate, he's the target. Why? Because he's the most dangerous. We don't have no job for him. We don't have nothing for him. Right? He's the most dangerous because he's got the more guns and he believes in freedom, and America cannot give him the freedom that he was told. He was the American white man from 30 to 50, used to be the pillar of American history. Think about every hero in every movie was a white man helping a poor white woman when she tripped and fall. This is an old day. Now the white woman is kicking and shooting and beating everybody up. But you know the standard, when they came up, white woman would trip and fall, a strong white man would pick her up, and he would solve all the problems. Now he's not needed. He's a target. That's why they knock him.